Hey man, Pondo, when I showed up last time I was here, man, I haven't seen you in a while. So what I was thinking is that I have never faced you one-on-one in Japan.
Man, I was there. That's where I was. I was in Japan, and I swear I was thinking the same thing. Like, you know what? It's a shame that me and Nick Gage never got into it in Japan.
Yeah.
So, you know what? We should talk to these guys. Dude, we're professional. You're professional. I like you. You
Are you
like
trying
me.
to tell me you want to face me one-on-one?
More or less. More or less. Why not? Why
No
wouldn't we?
problem, Pondo. You know
You
what
cool
I
with
do.
that?
I'm definitely
You cool
cool.
with
I'll
that?
fight
But
anybody anywhere.
we can't be friends. So,
No friends needed, man. I'm gonna carve that motherfucker up, MDK.
Ladies and gentlemen, lows and lets, wrestling fans, because we love you, because we fucking absolutely adore you, we present to you the main event of JCW Lunacy Season 1. MDK all fucking day, Nick Gage, the very best hardcore wrestler in JCW history, the day oneer, Mad Man Pondo. Let's fucking settle it. Let's fucking go!
The main event of Juggalo Championship Wrestling, JCW, Lunacy Season 1, where Mad Man Pondo faced up against MDK all day, Nick Gage, was the best death match I have seen in a long time. At around 15 minutes, it is the perfect length for this kind of match, where only 2 wrestling moves were performed the whole time. Matt Cardona on commentary is brilliant. He talks about prior battles with Nick Gage and how he refused to face Mad Man Pondo. He also said he is the real deathmatch king since he beat Nick Gage, albeit not without some outside interference. Pondo walks out with a freaking saw on a stick, so you know already it's going to be great. Before the match even starts, Pondo finds a box full of fluorescent light tubes, which were used prolifically throughout the match. He also grabs a bag of thumbtacks. The match starts with a light tube joust of sorts. Matt Cardona says he has never seen a match start in such a way. They hit each other with light tubes. Pondo explodes a light tube on Gage's junk from behind. Pondo cuts Gage's forehead open with a broken light tube. Pondo pulls a fucking actual knife from his boot and slices Gage's forehead up good. Then out come the thumbtacks. Low blow by Gage. He then smashes 2 light tubes over the back of Pondo's head, and again with 2 more to the front of his head. Gage DDTs Pondo onto the tacks. Then he breaks a light tube over his knee and uses the sharp end to carve up Pondo's forehead. He then grinds the tube up in his hand and shoves the shards into Pondo's forehead. Pondo whacks Gage in the head with a light tube. He then does a Russian leg sweep onto the tacks and pieces of light tubes. Pondo pulls out a door from beneath the ring and sets it up the corner when Gage spears him through it. Gage then hits a senton off the top rope to Pondo, who is under the door. Gage smashes 2 more light tubes into Pondo's face. He then covers Pondo, who, hilariously, since this is a match with no rules, grabs the bottom rope to break up the pin. Gage finds another door and a couple of steel chairs underneath the ring. Pondo grabs his saw and grinds Gage's nutsack, then his back, then his forehead. Pondo whacks Gage in the head with a stop sign. Pondo sets up the door on the 2 chairs and hits a splash off the top rope through Gage. Mad Man Pondo then pins Nick Gage, winning the match. The 2 men hug, solidifying this as one of the greatest death matches of all time. Overall, I give the match a 4 out of 5 stars. These 2 hardcore wrestlers beat the shit out of each other for 15 minutes, and I can respect and appreciate that. This match fits in perfectly with the JCW style.